My precious child, I need you to understand the critical nature of this moment. I need you to grasp the urgency of what I am about to say. I need you to comprehend that we are not talking about days or weeks or months. We are talking about hours. We are talking about right now. We are talking about this very instant, because something is happening in the spiritual realm that cannot be delayed. Something is unfolding in your circumstances that requires immediate response. Something is shifting in the heavenly atmosphere that demands instant action. And if you wait, if you hesitate, if you put this off until tomorrow or next week or when it feels more convenient, you will miss it, you will forfeit it, you will lose the opportunity that is available to you right now in this exact moment. And I am not being dramatic, I am not exaggerating, I am not using hyperbole to manipulate your emotions. I am speaking with absolute clarity and complete honesty about the reality of your situation, about the time sensitivity of what I am releasing, about the narrow window that is open right now but will not remain open much longer. And I need you to listen with every fiber of your being. I need you to pay attention with unprecedented focus. I need you to respond with immediate obedience, because what I am about to tell you, what I am about to reveal, what I am about to instruct, it cannot wait another hour. It cannot be postponed until you feel more ready. It cannot be delayed until circumstances seem more favorable. It must be done now. It must be acted upon immediately. It must be obeyed without hesitation. And the reason for this urgency is not arbitrary. The cause for this pressure is not random. The explanation for this intensity is that there are forces at work, there are circumstances aligning, there are moments converging, there are opportunities opening that exist only in this brief window of time. And if you do not move now, if you do not act immediately, if you do not respond in this hour, those forces will shift, those circumstances will change, those moments will pass, those opportunities will close, and what could have been accomplished quickly will take years. What could have been done easily will become difficult. What could have been received freely will come at great cost, and I am trying to spare you from that. I am working to prevent that. I am speaking with such urgency because I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. I understand what is at stake in a way that you cannot fully comprehend from your limited perspective, and I am asking you, I am pleading with you, I am commanding you, to trust me enough to move immediately, to believe me enough to act without delay, to have faith enough to obey right now even though you do not understand all the reasons why this moment is so critical. Let me explain what is happening right now that makes this so urgent. Let me reveal what is occurring in this very hour that demands immediate response. Let me show you why waiting even one more day could cost you everything I have been preparing, because in the spiritual realm there is a convergence happening, there is an alignment taking place, there is a confluence of circumstances that happens rarely, that occurs only at specific times, that manifests only when multiple factors come together simultaneously. And right now, in this exact moment, those factors are aligned, those circumstances are in place, those conditions are met, and this creates a window of opportunity, a moment of divine possibility, a season of supernatural acceleration, where what normally takes years can happen in days, where what usually requires tremendous effort can happen with ease, where what typically demands great resources can happen with what you already have. But this window is brief, this moment is fleeting, this season is short, and it will not remain open, it will not stay available, it will not continue indefinitely. There is a closing time, there is an expiration date, there is a point at which the alignment shifts and the opportunity passes, and that point is approaching rapidly, that moment is coming soon, that deadline is nearly here, and this is why I am speaking with such urgency, why I am pressing with such intensity, why I am insisting that you act now, not later. Because later may be too late, tomorrow may be too far, next week may be past the window, and I do not want you to miss this. I refuse to watch you forfeit this. I am fighting to help you seize this, which is why my voice is so strong right now, why my message is so direct, why my instruction is so specific, because the time for gentle suggestion has passed, the season for patient waiting is over, the period for endless encouragement is done. Now is the time for urgent directive, now is the moment for clear command, now is the hour for immediate action. And what I am asking you to do, what I am instructing you to accomplish in this hour, is not complicated, it is not elaborate, it is not some massive overwhelming undertaking that requires months of preparation. It is actually quite simple, quite straightforward, quite doable even in your current state, but it requires one thing, it demands one quality, it necessitates one response, and that is immediate obedience, that is instant action, that is now execution, because the thing I am asking you to do, you already know what it is, you have already heard what it is, you have already sensed what it is that conversation you have been avoiding, it is that apology you have been postponing, it is that forgiveness you have been withholding, it is that investment you have been delaying, it is that launch you have been planning, it is that application you have been considering, it is that boundary you have been meaning to set, it is that relationship you have been needing to release, it is that seed you have been supposed to sow, It is that word you have been prompted to speak. It is that decision you have been needing to make. It is that step you have been called to take, and you know what it is. You do not need me to spell it out in more detail. You do not need another prophetic word to clarify. You do not need more signs to confirm. You already know, your spirit already recognizes, your heart already understands, and the only question is whether you will do it now, whether you will act immediately, whether you will obey in this hour, or whether you will continue to delay, continue to postpone, continue to wait for some mythical perfect moment that will never arrive. And I am telling you clearly, I am stating unambiguously, I am declaring without room for misunderstanding, that if you wait, you will miss it, if you delay, you will forfeit it, if you postpone, you will lose it, because this particular opportunity exists only in this narrow window, this specific breakthrough is available only in this brief season, this exact blessing is accessible only in this limited time frame, and once that window closes, once that season passes, once that time frame ends, it will not come around again in the same way. You may eventually get to the same destination but by a much longer route. You may ultimately receive a similar blessing but at much greater cost. You may finally experience a comparable breakthrough but after much more difficulty. Now I want you to pause for just a moment. I want you to stop reading or listening passively. I want you to engage actively with what I am saying, and I want you to identify specifically what it is that you know you need to do. What is that thing that came to your mind when I said, you already know what it is? What is that action that your spirit recognized when I described it? What is that step that resonated in your heart when I mentioned it? And once you have identified it, once you have acknowledged it, once you have admitted it to yourself, I want you to type it in the comments below. I want you to declare it publicly. I want you to make it known, not in great detail if it is something private, but in general terms, something like, I know I need to have that conversation, or, I know I need to release that relationship, or, I know I need to start that business, or, I know I need to sow that seed. Whatever it is for you, whatever your specific urgent action is, type it in the comments. Let it be your declaration, let it be your commitment, let it be your accountability, because when you make it public, when you declare it openly, when you state it clearly, it creates a level of commitment, it establishes a point of no return, it activates your faith in a way that silent agreement does not, and I want to see that comment section filled with declarations. I want to witness my children all over the world acknowledging what they know they need to do. I want to observe believers making commitments to act immediately. So go ahead right now, pause this message, go to the comments, type what you know you need to do, and then come back and let me tell you what happens when you actually do it, what shifts when you finally obey, what is released when you take immediate action. Let me describe what will happen the moment you obey. Let me paint the picture of what shifts when you finally act. Let me reveal what is released when you move with urgency, because the instant you do what I am asking, the moment you take that step, the second you make that move, everything changes, and I mean everything. The spiritual atmosphere around you shifts, the demonic opposition that has been blocking you breaks, the angelic assistance that has been waiting is dispatched, the provision that has been held in reserve is released, the doors that have been locked swing open, the relationships that need to align begin connecting, the resources that seemed unavailable suddenly appear, the clarity that was missing suddenly comes, the peace that was absent suddenly settles, the joy that was stolen suddenly returns, the strength that was depleted suddenly renews. And it is not that these things were not available before, it is not that I was withholding them from you, it is that they were all contingent on your obedience, they were all waiting for your action, they were all dependent on your willingness to do what I asked when I asked it. And now that you have done it, now that you have moved, now that you have obeyed, everything that was waiting is released, everything that was held back is poured out, everything that was delayed is accelerated, and you will be amazed at how quickly things begin to move. You will be astonished at how rapidly circumstances begin to change. You will be shocked at how suddenly what seemed impossible becomes possible, and you will wonder why you waited so long. You will question why you delayed. You will ask yourself why you did not do this sooner. But do not waste time on regret. Do not spend energy on self-recrimination. Do not focus on what might have been. Instead, pour yourself into what now is. Invest yourself in what is being released. Position yourself to receive what is being poured out, because this is your moment, this is your hour, this is your time of visitation, and I am visiting you with favor, I am touching you with grace, I am releasing over you breakthrough that has been years in the making, and all of it hinged on this one act of immediate obedience, all of it waited for this one moment of urgent response, all of it depended on you finally doing what you knew you needed to do. But I also need to warn you about what will happen if you do not obey. I need to prepare you for the consequences of continued delay. I need to make clear what you will forfeit if you choose to wait, because I love you too much to let you make this mistake without understanding what it will cost. I care about you too deeply to allow you to postpone obedience without knowing what you will lose. I am invested in you too significantly to watch you miss this moment without telling you exactly what is at stake, and here is what you need to understand. If you do not act in this hour, if you do not move immediately, if you do not obey urgently, the window closes, the opportunity passes, the season shifts, and what was available to you in this moment will not be available in the same way later. The door that is open now will be closed then, the provision that is flowing now will be restricted then, the favor that is present now will be limited then, not because I am punishing you, not because I am withdrawing my love, not because I am giving up on you, but because timing matters, because seasons are real, because there are appointed times for specific things, and this is the appointed time for this specific thing, and if you miss it, you do not lose your destiny entirely, but you do miss this particular expression of it. You do not forfeit all future opportunities, but you do forfeit this specific opportunity. You do not cancel your calling completely, but you do delay its manifestation significantly, and the path you will walk from here, the journey you will take going forward, the process you will undergo moving ahead will be longer, will be harder, will be more costly, will be more difficult, will require more from you, will take more time, will demand more sacrifice, and I am trying to spare you from that. I am working to prevent that. I am speaking with urgency to help you avoid that, but I cannot force you, I cannot make you, I cannot override your will. All I can do is tell you the truth, all I can do is show you what is at stake, all I can do is make clear what hangs in the balance, and then the choice is yours, the decision is yours, the responsibility is yours. And let me address something that some of you are thinking right now. Let me speak to a question that is rising in some of your minds. Let me respond to a doubt that is forming in some of your hearts, and it is this: how do I know this is really God speaking and not just some manipulative message designed to create false urgency? And that is actually a fair question, that is actually a wise consideration, that is actually an important discernment to make, because there are false prophets and manipulative messages and fear-based teachings that use urgency inappropriately. But here is how you know this is different, here is how you discern that this is legitimate, here is how you recognize that this is genuinely from me. Ask yourself these questions: does what I am asking you to do align with my word? Does it contradict scripture, or does it confirm what my word already teaches? Does it lead you toward greater obedience or away from it? Does it draw you closer to me or push you away from me? Does it produce the fruit of my spirit, which is love and joy and peace and patience and kindness and goodness and faithfulness and gentleness and self-control? Or does it produce fear and anxiety and control and manipulation? Does it liberate you or enslave you? Does it empower you or diminish you? Does it honor me or glorify man? And when you apply these tests, when you examine what I am asking by these standards, when you measure this message against these criteria, you will find that it passes every test. You will discover that it aligns with Scripture. You will see that it leads to greater obedience. You will recognize that it draws you closer to me. You will observe that it produces good fruit. You will understand that it liberates rather than enslaves. You will realize that it empowers rather than diminishes. You will know that it glorifies me rather than any human, and therefore you can trust that this is genuinely from me. You can believe that this urgency is legitimate. You can act on this message with confidence, because it is not manipulation, it is not coercion, it is not false pressure, it is genuine divine instruction, it is real heavenly direction, it is authentic spiritual guidance, and you can respond to it with faith, knowing that I am the one speaking, I am the one directing, I am the one calling you to immediate action. Now let me speak to the specific fear that is holding some of you back. Let me address the particular concern that is causing hesitation. Let me respond to the exact worry that is preventing immediate obedience, because I know what you are thinking, I understand what you are feeling, I recognize what you are battling, and it is the fear that if you obey immediately, if you act urgently, if you move right now without more preparation, you will fail, you will embarrass yourself, you will make a mistake, you will look foolish, you will lose something valuable, you will damage something important, you will regret your hasty action. And I want to speak directly to that fear. I want to address that concern honestly. I want to respond to that worry truthfully. And here's what I want you to understand. Yes, when you step out in faith, there is always risk. Yes, when you obey urgently, there is always uncertainty. Yes, when you move immediately, there is always the possibility of difficulty. But let me ask you this: what is the greater risk, obeying me and facing whatever challenges come, or disobeying me and missing what I have prepared? What is the greater uncertainty, trusting my guidance even when you cannot see the outcome, or trusting your own wisdom and missing my timing? What is the greater possibility of difficulty, stepping forward in faith and encountering obstacles that I will help you overcome, or staying where you are in disobedience and eventually facing consequences that you will navigate alone? Because here is the truth that fear does not want you to recognize. The real danger is not in obeying too quickly. The real danger is in delaying too long. The real risk is not in acting with urgency. The real risk is in waiting until it is too late. The real possibility of loss is not in immediate obedience. The real possibility of loss is in continued hesitation. And yes, when you obey, you may face challenges, but I will be with you in those challenges. Yes, when you act, you may encounter obstacles, but my grace will empower you to overcome those obstacles. Yes, when you move you may experience difficulty, but my strength will sustain you through that difficulty. Whereas if you disobey, if you delay, if you miss this moment, you face those consequences alone, you navigate that difficulty without my promised blessing, you endure those challenges outside of my perfect will, and that is far more dangerous than any risk associated with immediate obedience. And so I am calling you right now, I am summoning you in this moment, I am commanding you in this hour to set aside your fear, to push past your hesitation, to overcome your reluctance, and to do what you know you need to do, to take the step you know you need to take, to make the move you know you need to make, and to do it now, not later, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now in this hour before another minute passes, before another opportunity is missed, before another moment is wasted, because every second you delay is a second you cannot recover, every minute you hesitate is a minute that moves you further from optimal timing, every hour you wait is an hour that the window narrows, and I do not want you to miss this, I refuse to watch you forfeit this, I am fighting with everything in me to help you seize this, which is why my voice is so urgent, why my message is so intense, why my instruction is so direct, and I am asking you to trust me, I am inviting you to believe me, I am challenging you to obey me, right now, immediately, urgently, without delay, without hesitation, without excuse, just do it, just move, just act, and watch what I do, watch how I respond, watch what I release, because the moment you step forward in obedience, the instant you move in faith, the second you act in trust, I move with you, I respond to you, I release over you, and what has been waiting will be given, what has been held back will be poured out, what has been delayed will be accelerated, and you will experience breakthrough like you have never experienced before, you will see provision like you have never seen before, you will walk in favor like you have never walked in before, and it will all trace back to this moment, it will all connect to this hour, it will all result from this decision to obey immediately when I said the time is now. Let me also address those of you who are thinking, but I have responsibilities, I have commitments, I have obligations, I cannot just drop everything and act immediately on some spiritual prompting, and I want you to understand that I am not asking you to be irresponsible, I am not telling you to neglect genuine commitments, I am not instructing you to abandon real obligations. What I am asking you to do is prioritize correctly, what I am telling you is to put first things first, what I am instructing you is to recognize that some things cannot wait while other things can, and the thing I am asking you to do right now, the action I am calling you to take immediately, the step I am urging you to make urgently, it is a first-order priority, it is a cannot wait responsibility, it is a must-do-now commitment, and everything else, every other responsibility, every other commitment, every other obligation, they can wait, they will still be there, they are not going anywhere, but this opportunity will not wait, this window will not remain open, this season will not last indefinitely, and so you must choose, you must prioritize, you must decide what is truly most important, and I am telling you that what I am asking you to do right now is more important than whatever else you think cannot wait, it is more urgent than whatever else seems pressing, it is more critical than whatever else feels immediate, because I am speaking to you about destiny issues, about kingdom purposes, about eternal matters, and those always take precedence over temporal concerns, those always supersede earthly priorities, those always trump human obligations, not because earthly things do not matter but because eternal things matter more, not because human responsibilities are unimportant but because divine assignments are more important, not because temporal concerns can be ignored but because eternal purposes must be prioritized. And now before we move into the final section of this message, before I release you to go and obey, before I send you out to act immediately, I need you to do one more thing, I need you to subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and I know this may seem like an odd request in the middle of such an urgent message, but let me tell you why this matters. When you subscribe you are not just following content, you are positioning yourself to continue receiving urgent messages when you need them, you are creating a structure in your life that keeps you connected to prophetic insight, you are establishing a pattern of responding to my voice when I speak, and in the days and weeks and months ahead, as you navigate what comes from this act of immediate obedience, as you walk through what unfolds from this urgent response, as you steward what is released through this timely action, you are going to need ongoing guidance, you are going to need continued encouragement, you are going to need regular reminders, and this channel is one of the tools I am using to provide that, so your subscription is actually an act of obedience in itself. It is a practical step that demonstrates you are serious about staying connected to my voice, it is a tangible way of saying, I want to keep hearing what God is speaking, so go ahead and subscribe right now. Let it be part of your immediate response to this urgent message, let it be included in the actions you take in this hour, let it be one of the ways you demonstrate that you are moving with urgency and not delaying. Now hear this final word, hear this concluding declaration, hear what I am speaking over you as you prepare to move in immediate obedience. You are about to step into something extraordinary, you are about to experience something supernatural, you are about to witness something miraculous, because when you obey with urgency, when you act immediately, when you respond in this hour without delay or hesitation, you create a convergence of divine favor and human obedience that produces results. Beyond anything you could accomplish in your own timing or through your own effort, you access a dimension of my power that is reserved for those who move when I say move. You tap into a level of my provision that is available only to those who trust me enough to act without seeing the full picture. You enter into a place of my blessing that is opened only to those who value my instruction more than their own comfort. And from this day forward, from this moment onward, from this hour ahead, everything changes. The breakthrough you have been believing for begins manifesting, the promise you have been waiting for starts fulfilling, the door you have been praying would open swings wide, the provision you have been needing starts flowing, the relationship you have been hoping for begins aligning, the healing you have been seeking starts happening, the clarity you have been lacking comes rushing in, the peace you have been missing settles down, the joy you have been craving bubbles up, the strength you have been requiring is renewed, and all of it, every bit of it, all of this blessing and favor and breakthrough, it traces back to this hour, it connects to this moment, it results from this decision to obey immediately when I said the time is now, and you will look back on this message as the turning point, as the hour when everything shifted, as the moment when your delay ended and your destiny began, as the time when your hesitation stopped and your breakthrough started, and you will thank me for speaking with such urgency, you will praise me for pressing with such intensity, you will worship me for loving you enough to insist rather than suggest, to command rather than hint, to demand immediate action rather than accept continued delay, because that urgency saved you, that pressure propelled you, that intensity launched you into everything I have been preparing, everything I have been planning, everything I have been promising, and now you are walking in it now. You are experiencing it, now you are living it, and it is more than you imagined, better than you hoped, greater than you dreamed, and you absolutely know that if you had waited one more hour, if you had delayed one more day, if you had hesitated one more moment, you would have missed it, you would have forfeited it, you would have lost it, but you did not wait, you did not delay, you did not hesitate. You obeyed immediately, you acted urgently, you responded in the hour, and now you are reaping the reward of that obedience, now you are receiving the fruit of that faith, now you are experiencing the blessing of that trust. So go now, go immediately, go urgently, go without delay, and do what I have told you to do, take the step I have shown you to take, make the move I have called you to make, and watch what I do, watch how I move, watch what I release. This is your hour, this is your moment, this cannot wait. So do not wait, move now.